Okay, welcome back to the Tommy Trials. We are starting Season 3, if you can believe it. Which, technically Season 4 because Thomas can't count, but it's neither here nor there. And, we are going to be playing... Sorry, couldn't talk for a minute. On Legendary difficulty, because we're essentially just facing vanilla enemies, which is kind of fun. As far as the advanced options go, we are going to put not created equal, as well as RPGO origins. I am not going to do training roulette, commander's choice, or the specialization roulette. I am going to go ahead and insist that we start with skirmishers, which is my preference. I did go ahead... Reapers, rather, is the correct word. I did go ahead and make sure that the clone voice pack will work with the heroes as well. We are using... I will have a mod list out. I doubt it will be ready in time for this video to go live because I'm hoping to post it the evening that I'm recording this. So I'm recording this on the... This will date the video a little bit for you. March 26th. So... if it's March 26th still, I probably don't have a mod list, but I will. So keep asking for it if you don't see it, because I either made it and then didn't put it into the description, or I haven't made it and I may have forgotten. So please keep reminding me if I've forgotten and you want to see that. I'm going to reduce the beginner VO just so that they talk a little bit less. I mean, there's no way to really turn that off completely. We're not doing Iron Man because mods can make the game a little sketchy, and we are still running with a good number of mods, just no enemy mods that I can remember. So the way that this is going to work, and I'm going to talk about this, so please don't skip it, because inevitably someone's going to ask questions about submissions, so I do want to make sure that we talk about this first. We are going back to the way that we did our very first clone run through, which a good number of people have asked for, and so we're going back to it. Hopefully you will enjoy it if you've not seen that before. So here's how it works. In XCOM 2, if you've not seen any other XCOM 2 footage ever, let me explain a little bit of how it works. There are 3 tiers of armor. Each one is better than the one previous. The way that we customize and design our clones is going to be based completely off of these different tiers. Now, there's only Phase 1 and Phase 2 of clones, so here's how it spreads out. Phase 1 of the clones will carry from Tier 1 and Tier 2 of the armor in the game. So, on Tier 1, which is Kevlar, of the armor in-game, they will be wearing Phase 1 armor. There will be nothing special about their looks. As they rank up, when they reach Lieutenant and Captain and so on and so forth, they will get that special color. So, red or green or blue or yellow. I'll have to Google it because I don't remember which one goes with which yet, and I'll probably still foul it up. But they'll get that specific color. And that's all the customization that's going to happen. They won't have any nicknames or call signs from the start. And then the game itself will give our clones call signs and nicknames. Now, from time to time, I may give a clone its own nickname, and you can always suggest them, but it doesn't mean that we'll follow them. And then once they have a nickname and we've reached Tier 2 of the armor, then we will keep them in Phase 1 armor, which has the fin on the back if you're not super familiar with Star Wars lore. We'll keep them in Phase 1 armor, but we will customize them based off of their name, and then once they hit Tier 3 armor, we will upgrade all of the clones to Phase 2 armor look, so we'll put them in the Phase 2 helmet, and potentially do different customizations when that point arrives. We'll put different gear on depending on what a clone specialization is, naturally, and then we should have a Jedi or 2 that will pop up from time to time. So that is essentially how it is working. In the next few parts, there will be a couple of named clones because I did a very specific stream, and if you super chatted during that stream, which I believe only 2 did, which was a Vitamin Gummy and Titan, then I said that you could submit a clone, so I will be reaching out to them. We won't see those clones show up for the next few parts. So I know that nothing's happened on the screen that's very interesting to look at all, but I did want to make sure that we took a couple of minutes, I think that took about 2.5 minutes, to actually fully and completely explain how the submissions worked, which is essentially that there aren't any. So if you do have questions about that, please let me know in the comments. I will try to clarify, and then if needed, we'll go ahead and clarify even further in the in a future video.
Accessing the feed now. We're in. But I don't know for how long. You seeing this? Way too much security, even for Advent.
That's no ordinary gene therapy clinic. They were telling the truth.
Or they're leading us into a trap. A really obvious trap.
I very much would like to skip these if possible. I was hoping if I gave the other one a minute, I could skip this immediately. I am using a mod that lets me skip the first fight. Hey, here we go. As soon as the whole game loads in, there we go.
As long as there's even one Reaper left standing, you can bet they're still in the fight. Finger on the trigger.
So we will be turning Nightwalker. We'll take Nightwalker's call sign away, and we'll be turning Nightwalker into a ARF clone. But so this clone out the gate has 66 aim, 12 mobility, a little bit of hack, a little bit of dodge out the gate, 7 health. So I'm going to go with the 66 aim. Let's see here. I'm going to promote them, but I'm not going to pick. Although it seems that the game will pick them for you if you defer.
Commander, to the research labs.
Let me take a look-see here. Did it? Yeah, it just picked them for me. Okay, well, that's alright. In the future, I'll pick them separately then, because I know that. So he's got... When critically wounded, he gains a massive 25% damage boost to all attacks. So that's pretty cool. And then he has a 20% reduced detection radius, so he can kind of work as a scout for us. I named all of these during a stream. Alright, so he has 75 aim, actually, but a tiny amount of health. So what I need to really take a look-see at is I'm probably going to give him... There is a... there is a ability here that very much lines up with a... Yeah, but it's called Militia. It has nothing... You wouldn't think that it's a sniper specialty, but it does. It gives him 3 extra aim, so his aim for a squatty is going to be 78, which is killer. And plus 2 tiles of sight radius. He suffers minus 50% on weapon range penalties. It's a must for a sniper, and he definitely is our sniper out the gate with that 75 aim. So he definitely was a militiaman in his past. I don't really need panoptic. Let's see, what else would work well for our sniper? The good ground could work. Deals extra damage against aliens. Gains a plus 20 aim bonus on Overwatch shots. That could be nice. Oh, what are we thinking? Former officer? Nah. Let me see here. Scrounger? Not really. Scrapper? Gun for hire? Nah. Extra mobility? I could live without it. Pyromaniac? Nah. Prodigy? Let's see. Praetorian he doesn't need at all. Pacifist? Nah. Old Guard? Gains plus 1 damage when using ballistic weaponry. Which really, my question is... I have to assume that ballistic weaponry is only base weaponry. His health is so low, Juggernaut could work well. Gutter Snipe, Gorilla, plus 5 defense on sabotage missions and when fighting in isolated locales. I'm not really thinking that that's going to work very well. I'm also kind of going slowly because I'm not sure that I will go as slowly moving forward. I could pick Good Ground, which would work because you get an additional 10 aim and 10 defense when you're at an elevated place, which could work very, very well for what he has. But I'm going to, because I mean, putting him up on the roof would put him at 88 just as a starting stat, which is killer. Gain 10 aim on non-reaction fire shots. Well, that's better. I'll take that instead. We're going to have to keep an eye on his health, but he just, on default, if he's not taking a reaction fire shot, is going to have 88 health, or 88 aim, which is killer. So, let's go ahead and pick that. and then we'll take him down this kind of sniper line with the long watch, steady hands. We'll probably skip some of these. So we are using the RPG overhaul mod, which means that we can essentially use any of these that we want, except we won't touch the Jedi much, except when we actually have a Jedi to do, which we don't have yet. And I'm not going to bother really working on a Jedi too much until we can build lightsabers, which will be a time from now. So very quickly, I don't know that I'll cut this because it's very easy to do, but we are going to make our Reaper just a default white shiny ARF trooper here. Do we have ARF? Yeah, there we go. And then literally, this is what we do. So if you're playing with this mod and you want to do this, you create a uniform. I'm just going to call it ARF because I use the uniform mod. I have read reports that the uniform mod can cause a memory leak, which ironically I had a little issue remembering. On some specific missions, especially here at the beginning, with all of our clones looking the same, we may put them in the cold assault and whatnot, depending on where we are. I meant to grab some map mods, and I didn't, so there is that. Now we do need to switch this to by the book for now. Voice. Okay, hang on. We need to fix that. Then we'll grab the voice. And then we just grab a uniform. You still will be using that base gun until probably the entirety of the playthrough because of the fact that I have to figure out how to use the weapon skin replacer mod. I don't know how to. I'm not very good at it. So I think that... No, well, hang on. One other thing here. I need to fix their name. And then we'll just pull out that, and there you go. Now we've got the ARF Trooper. Nothing special about them. Looking very basic out the gate. Now, for all of our soldiers here, we will go ahead and grab... Who's my sniper? You're the survivor, militia, and eagle eye you are. So obviously we're going to grab the... where is it? The DX-15, or DC-15X, excuse me. And as far as the pistol goes, and we may use some of these Imperial weapons just for a wee bit of variety, but not out the starting gate. You're driven by vengeance, so whenever you get hit, you gain +5 aim and +10 crit chance for the next turn. You gain +2 will permanently every time you're hit. My question is permanently for the mission or permanently? How permanent is permanently? And then you gain +10 crit chance against Advent troops and 10 hacking and 3 mobility when working against Advent because he's an informant. That's pretty cool. And then the survivor and the stalker. Not the abilities that I would have picked, but the game gave them to them, so we'll keep it. Okay, we have to go here. Skip the cutscene. Got to go over here so they stop yelling at me. Skip the cutscene. No, wait. Assign the modular weapons, probably. Yeah. Okay, we're up in this corner, so Guerrilla Tactics School up the get-go. It's legendary, so the build time is 6 billion years. A scientist out the gate's nice. I would have preferred an engineer out the gate, but reducing our research time a little bit.
We may have chosen a different means of resistance, but our people fight for the same reason, for the world we once knew. Together we will end this occupation, or die trying.
Nice little look at the Reaper. Guardian Angels and recruiting centers. I don't know what either of those do.
We have survived.
What's that tell you?
Don't rely on the
I would have preferred the one that counters the Lost, but it's pretty rare that you get that out the start. Alright.
We won't sleep until the last alien is dead at our feet.
So I am using the... Yeah, as soon as they finish talking. Different lightsaber parts. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do the hybrid materials. I am using the replacer mod, so all of our crew are actually clones, which I used in the last run through as well. But in case you didn't watch that, because it was all streams and long war, and this is going back to more basic video format. So this will be longer. It's going to be one whole video. Moving forward, anytime that a video is much longer than about 20 minutes,
Avenger plotting new course.
it'll be split. And then it may release over the course of one day, or it may release over the course of a couple of days. Alright. Oh, well, there's an engineer.
Setting
Cool.
course for
So no
Eastern United States.
early supplies. There was a supply there, but at least we're going to have a scientist and an engineer out of the starting gate, which is kind of a nice little thing. Although I am thinking we're not going to take our A crew for sure. I hate to take a sniper and the Reaper. Do you have soldier stats? Yes, you do. Let's grab you an extra 2 health to get you up to 6. That'll make me feel a little more comfortable leaving you in one particular spot, considering both other people are starting with 7, and he started with 4. But a lot of his went into aim, whereas these guys, yeah, they're not looking so great on the aim standpoint, so I'm just going to put all of this into aim, get him up to 71. We're not even taking everybody here, but for sake of trying here. His aptitude must be a little bit higher, but he also needs just a ton of aim, so we're going to put all this into the aim, leave him at 7 health, try and get this equalized out a little bit. So, we're not going to take 7531 or 9874. We're just going to take a whole bunch of shinies and hope that they make it all right. Let me see here. Trying to decide what I'm going to send you with. Let's send you with a grenade launcher and the grenade. I think that will work. But, well, you know, I can probably just go with a rocket launcher, can't I? It's a disposable launcher. I don't want that. I want the rocket launcher. Actually. Negate all of that. I'm taking the shield. You're gonna go with the shield. No, that's the wrong shield. There we go. I am missing a mod. That's my bad. Well, we're gonna have to live with it for this video, because I don't want to pause in the middle. There is a glass fix mod that you need to have. I don't have it, and so that's why it looks really funky. So, again, make sure that you pick up that mod if you didn't, or have not, because otherwise you'll have that missing texture problem, and I will fix that in between videos, but I'm not going to go to the bother of changing that this instant. So, who has the better aim? You've got aim of 61, you've got aim of 64, you're both terrible shots. So we're just going to give you both the standard clone carbine and call it a Wednesday. That's not what day of the week it is, but we're running with it at this point. Alright, so we're taking this particular crew. Let's get her done.
Sky Ranger deployed.
In position for deployment.
So one thing that I will do, and I doubt it's shown up at this point, but it could have. One thing that I will do is I will put... I'll be interrupted.
That a high-ranking Advent military officer will be moving through this area as part of a routine patrol. We have an opportunity here to completely disrupt Advent's command structure and delay their current operations. All we have to do is neutralize that officer.
Okay, so I will be hiding somewhere in this video, probably very easy to see, just so that people can get used to seeing it in this particular series. But I'll be hiding a secret word. The first person that types that word in, I will pin your comment. But don't worry, if you're not the first one,
we're tracking the Advent general and his escorts, but we don't have an exact fix on their location. Sweep the area and eliminate the target along with any other hostiles that stand in your way.
if you're not the first one,
They bear some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion. Their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic potential. Let's go.
if you're not the first one,
Let's have some fun.
we'll still heart the comment. So it'll still be one of the top ones. It's just nice to be using the clone weapons, if I'm being completely honest with myself here. I'm not going to go any farther forward. We are using a battle droid replacer. So all of the Advent units, I believe, are battle droids, but they still operate exactly like Advent does. So... let's see. Got the door opening at the speed of snail. There we go.
Let's move fast.
Uh-oh. Please tell me you just saw something and you weren't spotted. You were spotted. Yep. It's not great. That's not spectacular.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well-equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
A little bit predictable.
Go!
Okay, what does this ability do? Shield bash. Oh, you're the one with the shield. Gotcha. Alright, so I'm gonna... That should work. Well, they got rid of their cover, but it did not kill either of them. Which isn't the best ever. I'm thinking what I'll... Yeah, your aim is terrible. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll just hit them with a second grenade. It'll definitely get rid of the droid. And the AI for the sectoid will either run the sectoid away, which is fine with me, or mind control the fallen droid. Either one works fine with me. There's the general right there.
The aliens are going to try and extract the general from the AO. Don't let them get on board that
Oh,
ship.
it shot at me. Look at that. That was unexpected. Alright. Hoorah! Okay. Oh, that was a fun noise. In case you're curious, that was my phone. And evidently that was a Facebook notification. Alright, let's get you up here. You don't have the good ground perk, but still... You still gain aim by being where you are. The CIS general. There's
Target identity confirmed.
officer droid.
That's the general. Take them out before they can escape. We won't get another shot at this.
Then there's... okay, so it's all 4 enemies. That's lovely. That is spectacular. Oh, you look friendly. Alright, what shot do I have? I've got that shot, which is 100% shot. Yeah, bye-bye. Ooh, it's beautiful. Okay. That was intense. Alright, I'm thinking grenadage. Well, I was thinking grenadage, but evidently I cannot think grenadage. Let's take a coin flip of a chance here. That's all we need.
Let's have some fun.
Conveniently, just about everybody's in full cover.
Setting up a show.
I can't see anything from here. He's gonna run. Okay, fine. I don't know why you're coming over here, but I'm fine with this. Okay, hello.
They are ready for a fight.
35% chance.
Cadet mistake.
Wasn't spectacular. What do we got? Alright, I can flank you. So I will flank you. And miss. Yeah, I called that from a mile away.
Might be in trouble.
Mm.
Like we drilled. Go.
Yeah.
Try to kill sweep.
You aren't hitting that. You aren't hitting that at all.
Let's move fast.
I'm not taking great shot chances here. Please go bye-bye. Okay. Well, I'll take a 6. 2 turns. Perfect. Oh, this is gonna hit. Yeah, call that. 14%.
Ah! Still not dead!
Nice, dashed all the way away. Please tell me you can like look over this edge and trigger them. Yay. Not that I really want to trigger them, but these missions are really rough to start out with. I don't start with a monumental boatload of good gear here.
Deploying grenade!
Yeah, that figures. That checks out.
Reposition immediately.
I mean, you don't have to
Move
reposition.
fast!
I'm perfectly fine
Move, move!
with where you are. There's a 51% chance on the general. Yeah, this'll hit perfectly. No concerns at all. Oh, I missed that screenshot.
Come on!
No, and then there's that guy. That's okay, he's out of ammo anyway. And he's just disoriented. This'll definitely hit. 19%. How's that a better percentage with you being disoriented? That's fine, shoot a 7414 because... Hey, that missed anyways. But that shield helps him take a hit.
Sure I can make it!
Yep. Oh, you're running to me? Oh, even better. Oh, you got a grenade. Oh, you got a flashbang. Ow.
Come on!
I'll take the best shot I have and hope for the best here. Crud. I'm out of grenades. I'm gonna have to get really gutsy here.
Move forward! Let's have some fun. Let's go!
I'm moving as close as I can and hopefully take him, but I need to deal 8 damage. And I can't hit him,
Ah! Still not dead!
which is a small issue. Ugh.
Come on!
Huh. Well,
Advent's transport is in position for the evac. Don't let the general escape.
oh, sure. Well, if you would get down here and help me, Central.
They are ready for a fight!
Maybe, just maybe, I could do that.
Coming apart!
Ow.
Stay on guard.
Oh boy. Huh. Way out.
The general got away. I'm not sure we'll get another chance at that one. The Advent general is getting close to their evac point. Don't
Probably
let him
will
get
not.
away.
But to be fair, I mean, we just can't hit our shots, so...
Enemy at your back.
In big trouble here! Might be in trouble! Like we
Always
drilled.
something that
Go!
you can do better,
Enemy
but
behind you.
thank you.
Oh!
Better late than never, I guess. Does this... leaves your opponent disoriented. This seems like a terrible idea.
Defenses holding.
At least he's still covered from that particular shot.
Enemy fire!
And he's just gonna mark him. That's great. Actually, I think he's taking cover literally behind Oh, that's great. I think he's taking cover behind, that would be my phone ringing. I think he's taking cover behind my clone. Yeah, he is.
Gun's hot.
That's great. Okay, let's
Move it.
pull him around. That guy actually has no...
Enemy at your back.
That was something.
There we go.
Let's have some fun. Faithful, move up.
Let's move him up. We failed the mission, but we can still get some goods out of it.
I'm surrounded.
Oh.
I'm assailing.
Ow.
Move, move.
AI's not made the smartest choices here. The AI still has not, though, had the sectoid try and revive people. Like summon anything. Which is definitely different.
Move it.
Let's see, what can we hit from back here? Ooh. Oh, this doesn't bode well for the rest of the series. Eek.
Move it. Secure the zone.
Big time eek. Okay, I'm just gonna try and pull him back so he's not easily flanked. So he stands a chance of not dying. Oh, there he goes. Now he's doing it.
No respite for the dead. The aliens have found a way to mind control them now.
Okay. Got a couple good flanking maneuvers on him. Hopefully we can take him out. As long as we can hit our targets. That's... He's out of ammo.
Let's go.
I'd rather just go for a hit here rather than a bash. Yeah, there we go.
Droid lost.
We wasted our chance to eliminate one of Advent's generals. Opportunities like this don't come around often.
I wouldn't say we wasted it. I'd say none of our guys could hit the broadside of a barn, is what I would definitely say. That would be my take on it. Well, they all look the same at this particular juncture, so I honestly don't know which one's which, if we're being completely honest with ourselves here. But they all did pretty well. Hit all the shots. Kind of a bummer. You hate to start out this way, but that's kind of... It's an uphill fight for sure. Hopefully we can do even better.
Today's battle with XCOM dissidents ended in their bloody defeat.
I wouldn't say
We do
bloody
not
defeat.
fall.
Nobody died.
Rather, we mourn the loss of life. If only they could understand the glory of the Elders. If only they could embrace unity.
We didn't do... I mean, they're both out forever and a day, but... Aim is 63. Good amount of health, though. I'll make him my Grenadier whenever he's better. And then you have good amount of health. Not terrible aim. We really need someone to become a healer soon. Pacifist is nice for kind of a medic because they don't do great because they lose 20% damage with each subsequent kill. And what I don't know is if it's with each kill that this soldier makes or the squad makes, but he gives a defense bonus, but it comes at an awfully big cost. Let's see here. Could deal extra. I'm gonna grab veteran, and then as well Petasis admin could work well. Trying to think what would work best for kind of a medic, but he's gonna have a gremlin with him almost all the time. So prop. Yeah. Extra hacking could work. Let's do that. I'm not going to grab the extra defense for him because I just don't know that that will work out in the end.
New objective added.
Hello,
I've updated our
Commander.
latest operational objectives, Commander.
You hate to lose the first fight. It hurts
We have
even
a
worse
lead
because
on
I
the
don't
alien
get
black
the
site,
engineer.
But we'll have to rely on the local resistance to
So
actually get
it
us into the
doesn't
facility.
bode
We should try
particularly
to make
well.
contact with their forces in the region as soon as possible.
But those
It's the
missions
only
are
way we're
just
going to
about
find out what's behind
impossible.
this
I mean, with a
so-called
4-turn.
Avatar project.
This will prove to be an important step forward.
Most of the time when I fought those, and I'm making a lot of excuses because I don't want people to go, oh, this guy's terrible at the game. I'm not going to say that I'm particularly amazing at the game, but I wouldn't also say that I'm terrible at it. Typically when you fight missions like that, the officer doesn't start right beside the evac point, which it did. So it was all around different.
Let's
try and grab that.
Research your priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Strategic resource located.
Alright, a few supplies out the gate.
Avenger plotting new
Evidently
course.
rookies. The big thing with Legendary, what makes it so difficult, is how quickly you face harder enemies, and then as well, how long it takes everything to happen. Research takes forever, buildings take forever.
We have a little bit of a situation here that could
Does this give me an engineer? No, another scientist. Why does the game keep giving me scientists?
Setting course for the Eastern U.S. precinct.
Commander, you should be aware. We're detecting lost activity in this area. Our forces will need to be especially vigilant.
Actually, our sniper on this particular mission is great. Get a couple of squaddies, which is nice. Let me see here. What are we thinking? Thinking we take our sniper, we take whichever one was going to be my... Well, not you. Take the other one. They all count as soldiers right now, and with no call signs, they all seem the same. Definitely that. You're gonna take a gremlin. Well, you're not gonna take a gremlin on this fight because you don't have the abilities that work with it. So let's go ahead and take a pistol. For sake of taking it, I don't want to take explosives. In fact, I very much... Oop, I don't want Alpha Squad. I very much would prefer to have a med kit for 60 supplies. That's the other thing with Legendary. Everything costs a lot. And not you. Give you the med kit. There's little reason to take explosives on a fight like this, because it's a very much last resort. You've already got a pistol. I don't have anything else to put on you, and all I have is explosives and swords, which aren't much help. And then we'll take a squaddy. One of them has the wrong flag. Whoopsie. What's your aim? Your aim is 66 on a fight like this. Can I give you a shotgun at the start? No, I cannot. No, I cannot. Okay. But I think I will give you a shotgun for the close range. There we go. That's better. Mission like this, a shotgun can come in very handy. I have a laser sight. Okay, well, let's put that on this. Alright, well, we've got to take our ARF trooper along with 3 other troopers to see if we can't rescue Bertrand and the other 2 soldiers that are stuck there, as well as picking up the intel. Hopefully that mission will go better than the first one did. If you did enjoy the video, then please like it. And then, of course, hopefully you were looking for the secret word and commented that below. And again, if you were the first, we'll pin you. If you weren't the first, not to fear, we'll still heart the comment. So it'll still pop up at the top of all the comments. So it's still definitely worthwhile to look for it and find it. This one should be a lot easier to find, just as a idea of how it works. But typically, the word will pop up on the screen very quickly, usually in a color that goes, what was that? Did something just pop up on the screen? So that you can look for it. It's typically up for less than a second. So that's something to keep an eye out for. If you want to see more videos like this, and of course want to know when the next video comes out in the series, then click that subscribe button and the bell. I was looking at about 50% of people who watch videos on the channel are not subscribed. So it's a very, very easy thing to do and kind of takes what you're going to watch out of the hands of the algorithm, which is a big win there. But I hope that everyone has a spectacular remainder of your day, guys, and thanks for watching.